Hey guys, this is Tech Savvy. I'm your host, Kelin Balian, your tech expert, and this is our segment on this week's tech news. So let's dive right in here. So we were actually talking about TikTok and how they were, let's just say, under fire by the United States, the White House, the whole administration, about essentially how they are a Chinese-based company. And there's been some speculation that they could be working with the Chinese government, and that is essentially something the White House is calling a national security risk. You might be on TikTok and you might be thinking that's insane. How could it ever be a national security risk? But when you think that, if you've ever used TikTok, there's a page that's actually called the For You page. And essentially there's an algorithm on that page, and essentially it's based off of what kind of videos you watch. So in a nutshell, what they're saying is that they're actually building basic, some kind of data, or almost they're building like a personality around each user. And again, these users are US citizens, and if China has this information, they could be possibly, building profiles for, the users on TikTok, which again are American citizens and American users. And this is something that, again, the White House and the administration are looking at as a security and a national security risk. So they have actually said that they've given TikTok a warning that they actually have to either sell off or just pull out of the United States market by September 15th. Interestingly enough, they actually are in talks with Microsoft right now to purchase their US holdings here. And, I guess we'll kind of just see, very soon, next month, what's going to happen with TikTok, if they're going to stay owned by, the Chinese-based company, or if they're going to sell off their app and, their US-based app to, Microsoft or some other company here in the country. And basically the administration, they're actually calling this the Clean Network Initiative, and they're asking other, freedom-loving nations to back them up, and not only back them up, but jump on the bandwagon with them, and essentially just try to secure their nation's, personal data by not allowing Chinese-based companies to come into their country and essentially, use and collect data on their citizens. So it'll be very interesting to see what's going on, and this actually is a perfect segue into our next article, which we've actually have spoken about in one of our last episodes, but basically now it's actually launching, and that is Facebook's Reels app. They are actually going to be launching next week. And if you haven't heard or haven't seen the last video about what Reels is, it's basically a copycat of what TikTok is. It's essentially, 15-second videos that, users can, choose soundtracks or different, different music to essentially, get in front of and do 15-second videos of whatever they're doing. So it's going to just basically give people an easier way to show off their personality in front of the camera, when you have to actually think of what you're going to say, and the content, as far as the sound content, that's like 50% of the video, if not even more. So now when you can just act to a soundtrack, or create some kind of a mini music video where you're dancing or something like that to a song that you don't have to create, that's already, you can just choose from a list of soundtracks. This could be definitely something that is intriguing for users. And again, this is going to be purchased and owned, or it's not purchased, but it's going to be developed by Facebook, and it's actually going to be its own standalone app. But it is going to allow users to share the clips that they're making directly to Instagram stories, as well as their Instagram profile. So It is going to be launching this Monday, this coming Monday, after the weekend. So it'll be very interesting to see how this app competes in the market again, especially if TikTok doesn't sell to a US based company like Microsoft, the one that they're talking to right now. It'll be very interesting to see, what happens with this company. Not to say that there aren't other apps out there like TikTok. There's a few apps actually, a handful of them that are doing exactly what TikTok is doing. Again, they're much smaller and they're not owned by a big company like Facebook or something like that to see to get the publicity that they can give it. But I guess we'll see what's going to happen. So this next article is actually about how you can get a pair of free Bose headphones. Yes, you heard me correctly, a free pair of Bose headphones. And if you're asking yourself what's the catch, there is definitely a catch. Essentially, the catch is you got to buy an iPhone. So if you have been waiting, or you've kind of just been holding back on getting the new iPhone, this could be an opportunity for you to not only get the new iPhone, but also to get a free pair of Bose headphones. And the company that's offering this is actually called Visible. They're a new company essentially that's owned by Verizon. And Verizon's basically doing this promotion where if you buy an iPhone from them, ranging from about $570 to about $1,000, you actually get a free pair of Bose SoundLink 2 headphones. And these these headphones cost about $230. So if you bought a $570 phone, you minus $230 from it, now you're spending somewhere in the 300s for the phone, and you're getting a free pair of headphones, which is or now you're getting like a $230 pair of headphones. So this could be very very good deal for a lot of people. And their services start at around $40 per month. So that's actually a very, very low cost for an iPhone service, which I pay upwards of $100 right now per month for the iPhone 11 that I have. So you could actually get an iPhone XR for about $576 from them, and for $40 a month, you can be getting a free pair of Bose headphones. So again, if you guys have been waiting to get the new iPhone and it's something you've been kind of interested in looking at, definitely take a look at this. This promotion is going on for, we don't know how long it's going to be going on for, but it is going on right now. And again, this company is called Visible, and they're using all of Verizon's towers. So you'll get great service. You don't have to worry about that, and you just get a great promotion and a great deal right now. So the next one is actually about the first US COVID app, and it's going to be launching this coming Wednesday in Virginia. So Virginia is going to be the first state to actually be launching an app that's going to be using Apple and Google's new pandemic technology. It is a technology that runs off of Bluetooth. So there are a few other states that have been running apps that were running off of GPS, and there isn't enough data right now to tell if they were working or not. But in a nutshell, what analysts are saying is they weren't getting enough downloads to actually be fully effective. We did do a story on this about, I don't know, 4 weeks ago, and essentially what they were saying is you needed about 60% of a state's population to download an app for it to actually be efficient and effective as far as being alerting people if they have COVID or if they've been in contact with someone that has COVID. But essentially how this app is going to work is it's going to be using Bluetooth, and they're saying, officials are saying that it's not going to be tracking anybody that's using the app. You're not going to be tracking their location or collecting any personal information from you, but it is going to be by using Bluetooth, it is gonna, be able to track where if you've been in contact with another user's phone. So it's not necessarily tracking your location as much as it's tracking if you've been in the vicinity of another user's phone that does, in the future, I think they only track within 2 weeks, as far as where, what phones you've come into contact with in the past 2 weeks. And it'll automatically, if somebody does test positive for COVID, it'll automatically send you a notification that, you've been in contact with this person. And essentially what contact is defined as is if you've been within 6 feet of the person, when they're using Bluetooth again to track that 6 feet of the person for more than 15 minutes. So, this isn't going to account for maybe a wall or something like that. So again, if maybe you were in a hotel or something and they were on the other side of the wall, but you were within 6 feet of them, the app is not going to be able to know that. They're hoping that the wall will diminish the signal enough that the Bluetooth won't actually, the Bluetooth signal won't reach, and it won't actually, know that you were in the vicinity of this person. But who knows? So there could be some bugs with this, and I guess we'll see again. Right now, the COVID is just keeps spreading. It's getting worse almost than it is getting better. But Canada and a few European countries have similar apps like this. So it's not something that only we're doing. There are other countries that are using apps similar to this to try to, wrangle this virus and, try to minimize the spread of this virus. So again, we'll see what's going to happen in Virginia. I'm sure this is going to be like a test, and if it does well in Virginia, they're going to start rolling these apps out in other states. So, would you download something like this? Again, they need 60% of the population in a state to download it. So I guess we're going to see if they can get 60% of Virginia's population to download this. But again, would you download this app? We'd love to hear from you. Come jump on our live chat, or jump on my Instagram page, and I'd love to hear from you and see if this is something that you would actually download onto your phone. Because again, if no one would download it, it's not going to really do much. But if people actually do start downloading it, maybe it can actually start curbing the spread of this virus. Well, I guess we'll see. So then our last article here for our tech news this week is actually about transportation and how it just got a new subscription service. So, I'm sure you guys have possibly heard of apps like Turo or Get Around, which offer, subscription-based services for renting cars, where you can, rent cars for either a day, or you could rent cars for, a month, or, even longer term, with no lease or credit check or anything like that. There's no contracts. You can, just basically, subscribe and get a car for the as long of or short of a period of time as you want. So, well, now, if you live in LA, or you live in a more highly populated city, you've probably seen these scooters everywhere. There's a couple companies out there, but Bird and Lime are probably the biggest ones that you maybe have seen around. And these scooters, they are just all over the place. You could download their app, and you can just, take off on one of these scooters by just scanning a QR code that's on the scooter. And they charge pretty much around $5 per ride, depending on how far you go. But it's usually like $5 and then an additional 40 cents per minute or per mile that you go. So again, you're gonna probably spend somewhere between $5 and $10 per trip on one of these scooters. So a new company called Unagi is trying to jump into this arena, and they're actually offering, again, a subscription service with scooters. So for only $39 a month, you can subscribe by the month and have your own scooter. And a lot of people, they're finding through research, are kind of backing off the scooters right now because they're not being sanitized. People are just dropping them off, and again, these are just on the streets, so no one's actually going and sanitizing these scooters before someone comes and uses them next time. So and also, you might go to the store with one of these scooters and leave it outside, and then all of a sudden you come back and your scooter is gone and there isn't another one right in the close vicinity. So now you're walking a certain distance to find another scooter or whatever the case is, or you might be walking all the way home. So now this is just a way that people are actually going to be able to have their own scooter. Some of the the lower end scooters you could get for about $250, but these scooters are much shorter range. Maybe you can only go like 3 to 5 miles on these scooters. But these scooters, you could actually go about 15 miles the range, and they go about 17 miles per hour. So, their scooters, they're saying that they cost about $1,000, and you're going to be able to get it for $39 a month. There is actually, if you are gonna get it for a full year, and I guess that there's no contract for the monthly, but if you did want to get it for the full year, the price does go down to $34 a month, so you could save a little bit of money there. But again, compared to $5 a ride, for $40 a month, basically, you're only spending about $1.50 a day, something like that. So if you were riding one of these scooters every day, at $5, you're spending about $150 a month. And that's if it was only $5. So now you're gonna actually be able to save some money if you're riding these scooters around. And again, you're gonna have your own scooter. The only person touching it is you, and the only person's germs on it are yours, which is a bonus for a lot of people that are riding these scooters around every day. So again, would you be interested in actually subscribing to one of these scooters? Do you ride the scooters right now? Have you used Bird? Have you used Lime? These are all questions that we would love to hear about from you guys, and see if this is something that's actually going to be a viable business model for this new company that's coming out. And I guess we'll see again what's going to happen with this new form of transportation, this new form of subscription that they're trying to do for users here. They're going to start in Los Angeles, and I think Chicago first, and New York. And if it goes well, they're going to keep spreading. But again, this could be a very interesting new form of transportation that people could use in more city-based locations. And that's it for our news this week. Again, this episode is brought to you by 400 Marketing. If you have any questions about apps, websites, social media marketing, graphic design, branding, all that kind of good stuff, they can support you with that. Give them a call at the number on the screen. And they actually do have free consultations where they can run you through their 10-point revenue checklist and give you the top 10 ways businesses are using right now to market, and you can see how your business is standing up to this 10-point checklist, and maybe you'll get a couple different ways that you can start using the second that you get off that call to start marketing your business a little bit more effectively. And if you're doing really great, they could actually give you some different ways that you could start marketing your business as well. But again, there's nothing to lose, only to gain. Jump on a call with them today and see how your business is standing up, and see how you can just start maximizing your revenue, especially in this market, in this day and age. Everything is going to telecommuting and online e-commerce. So again, if your business isn't up to par with that kind of stuff, guys, you're definitely going to want to jump on that if you're a business owner right now. Other than that, guys, my name is Kelin Balian. And you can catch me on Facebook as well as Instagram at Kelin Balian. I love talking and answering any questions you guys have. Other than that, guys, if you haven't downloaded the Togetherness Media app, I highly recommend checking out your app store for that. Again, they're on the Google Play Store as well as the Apple Store, so you can find it on either one of those. Just type in Togetherness Media and download that app, and you'll get all the latest notifications. Be able to check out all the archives of all the last episodes of all our different shows, and just stay as up to date as possible with all of our motivational content that is hopefully uplifting you guys. Other than that, guys, have a great weekend. Keep an eye out for our other two episodes of Tech Savvy, as far as you'll get the future tech as well as tech you can find on Amazon right now for under $50 if that's something that interests you. Other than that, guys, I'll see you next time. My name is Kelin Balian. Have a great one. Bye.